a star. Makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. I love that song. You may have learned that many of the stars we see in the night sky have already burnt out. It is only the legacy of their light that has taken time to reach us, and so they exist only as an impression left after their death. Though not a standard example of an optical illusion, that is essentially what it is, as it gives the appearance of something that is there when nothing is actually there. The fruit of sacred fictions that I spoke of in the last segment are also illusions, existential illusions. They have profound impact on the way we relate to the world and each other. One such existential illusion that I'd like to attack is the concept of dreams. Dare to dream. Anybody can achieve their dream. Never give up on your dream. Wait a minute. Diogenes is not going to piss on my dreams, is he? Here we go. The overwhelming majority of us are not going to achieve the dream we set out to accomplish. At least in its initial form we aren't. Just hear me out. How many sports-loving kids have a dream to make it to the Olympics, or the NBA, or the NFL, or any sport at the professional level? How many musicians, artists, actors are going to experience the breakthrough success they felt in their heart they could achieve? Do you know how hard it is to get into a professional symphony or the Super Bowl? It's near impossible. And the overwhelming majority of us never get there, even if we visualized, even if we wanted to. But the existential illusion is perpetuated by the fact that those who do get there grab all the spotlight. Take the Academy Awards. A winner gets up to give a speech, thanks God, looks at the camera and says, "I'm living proof that if you believe in yourself and never give up, you can achieve your dream." Well, what about the other actors who lost? Not to mention the hundreds who didn't pass the audition, but the ones who lost, whose pictures vanished once the winner was announced. What if they were allowed a speech? I'm living proof that if you believe in yourself and never give up, you can still fall a bit short. Take the minor leagues in baseball. How many of them hope to make the MLB? I can assume probably all of them. At least a hefty majority, but at some point in most of their lives, after busting their now 30-something ass and waiting for the call that still hasn't come, they have to say, I can't do this anymore. I want a family, a life, something that grants me more of a return on my efforts. I need to reconnect with my creative process, and I can't do that by continuing to hold out for the dream. So they do the unforgivable thing, which has been beaten into all our heads as a sacrilege. They give up. What a beautiful phrase. To give, an act of generosity, and up to a higher plane of consciousness. But we rarely hear their stories, do we? Why? Because why would a corporate sponsor, many of which are filled with people who gave up on their own dreams long ago, attach a logo in a commercial time to someone who hasn't made it, let alone someone who has given up? They prefer associating their high fructose soft drink and crunchy carb snacks fortified with vitamin B to the winner. Never. I never made it. Drink Clepsy. At some point, most of us have to let go to drop our dreams. Stay with me. Dreams are a function of a narrative. Look at it this way. A dream is the soul's projection of a perfect home. Dreams immediately invoke a deferment of joy until we get that thing. Once you proclaim a dream as some endpoint, some place to get to, where all your needs will be fulfilled. You have created a gap. But we think that joy is something to be attained by going this way or that, by conforming life to a narrative in an attempt to close the gap, to finally arrive at that ceremonial place when all our efforts are vindicated, usually by the uproar of applause. What if the joy we hope to arrive at someday is the way itself? Try this on for size. Oh, really? Try it on. What if the dream was there for one thing and one thing only, and that one thing wasn't for its own realization, but to tease you forth on a creative process, one in which engages you with your essential nature, a process that polishes you down enough to the humility of your finitude in order to paradoxically transcend your sense of possibility? If so, the dream we so cherish becomes not a someday phenomenon, but a here and now phenomenon, one in which its latent fertility is never shelved. I don't like the figurative word dream because it is something we do when we are asleep. Our life's work is done when we are awake, and we are awake when we are doing our life's work, even if that work involves pissing on people's dreams. Trust me, I want everyone to be more connected and more happy with what is actually inside them. What if we could invigorate our lives on the beauty of the moment? Have goals, but attend more to the journey. Don't play baseball because you want to be some big star. Play baseball because you love the ecstasy of leaping for a line drive and feeling the ball embed itself in the leathery flesh of your glove. Don't be a musician because you want millions of fans and a #1 hit. Play music because you love the cry of your instrument as you strum its strings or bang its cymbals. If you are connected to those sensory moments with your whole being, you have already succeeded. I would prefer we drop the dream thing and start thinking of it in other terms, more as like a melody. Yeah. My twin brother would dig that. Oh, I have a twin brother, by the way. Yeah, your life is this ongoing melody co-created with every event in your life, the sadness, the joy, the anxiety, the failure, the laughter. A melody whose realization plays on through a lifetime. Looked at this way, there's no place to get to, no gap in which to feel overwhelmed and defeated by. All you need to do is return to your melody, to turn your attention faithfully and enthusiastically to your next note. What's your next note? Can you hear it? Maybe that is where your power is. Maybe that is where your joy is. When you play your melody, one that you were born to sing, hearts around will be inspired to sing with you.
They've been trying to preach me, trying not to swallow, but the rhymes make easy all the words that I know.